Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to the channel. This video is not going to start like the others because we're at Pigeon Forge Landing RV Resort, and there's not going to be a road trip or anything like that today because we are literally like 2.5-3 miles from Sun Outdoors Pigeon Forge, where we just left. They didn't have availability, so we couldn't stay 2 weeks there, so we were able to get a week here, and we're gonna continue to be in the Pigeon Forge Gatlinburg area for another week. This week's videos are mainly going to be from Gatlinburg. Last week I geared them toward Pigeon Forge. That way, you know, I do 2 separate videos: Sun Outdoors Pigeon Forge Landing, Gatlinburg area. We are pretty much right behind the Titanic museum. I'm not sure if you can see the stacks. Let me see right there, the stacks for the Titanic Museum, and the Hatfield McCoy dinner show theater is actually right there too. So we're right behind Hatfield McCoy dinner theater, right behind the Titanic Museum. This is a brand new RV park. It's only been open a couple of years. That's why there's not a whole lot of trees here. They just planted trees, so there's not a lot of shade here. But if you're a Starlink user, this place is awesome because it doesn't have trees. I just set up Starlink and I'm getting some crazy speeds out of Starlink. I'm getting like 125 to 130 down, and I'm getting like 10 to 12 up. So Starlink is just like screaming fast right here. So we'll have good internet for the next week, and got a back in site. Let me show you the site. Concrete pad, very level site. Of course, this park is brand new, and it's a back end, full hookups. Only one sewer cap here. Where we left had 2, so I could run my galley gray tank into one and my black tank and shower into the other. Really nice pedestal. But like I said, this is a new park. It's only been open for a little over a year, I think, maybe 2. And we're backed up to a creek. You can't see it because it's all overgrown and all that, but there's a creek that runs behind the RV park. Probably be able to see it from the drone footage I'm going to shoot. This is where we're going to be for the next week. For people who need internet, this place is great because Starlink is just screaming fast. So, oh, and overall, since we've been doing this using Starlink as full-time RVers, Starlink is definitely worth the investment. I mean, it has worked pretty much everywhere we've gone so far. The Florida Panhandle, the Gulf Coast, and it's worked great up here. The only problem, like everybody says with Starlink, is trees. Trees are just your worst enemy when it comes to Starlink because you get obstructions, and that's typical with anything that's satellite based. But if you're a full-timer, you definitely need to look into getting Starlink. And also, you got to have a backup. So you can't have just one internet source, especially when you're working from the road like us. Me, YouTube creator, Kerry doing his accounting for a pharmaceutical firm. Got to have a backup. So we have a hotspot box, we have a Netgear Nighthawk box that we use with Starlink, but Starlink is our primary, and the Nighthawk box is just backup in case there's trees and obstructions. But that's it right now from Pigeon Forge Landing RV Resort. Good morning, YouTube. We are headed to Gatlinburg today. We're trying to get an early start because the traffic in going into Gatlinburg can be crazy. It could take 45 minutes to an hour just to go a couple of miles to get into Gatlinburg. That's how bad the traffic is. So we're trying to get a jump start on that, beat the traffic, and find a place to park, because parking in Gatlinburg can kind of be challenging too. We're gonna go to Ripley's Aquarium, Anakeesta, maybe, you know, see some other things, kind of explore Gatlinburg, walk the streets and all that. We're going to take you guys along with us, so let's go to Gatlinburg. to Gatlinburg. It was a pretty drive, and the traffic wasn't bad at all, thank goodness, because it can get pretty stacked up going into Gatlinburg. We are going to buy our tickets to Anakeesta and then go grab some breakfast and come back, because we've read the lines for the tickets can get pretty long. Right now they're not, so we're gonna go ahead and jump on this lucky streak of hardly any traffic and get our tickets and then come back. Well, we made it up top to Anakeesta. We took the chondola up, and it was a pretty cool ride. It was very slow though, kept making all kind of stops, and so I didn't really film on that. It was just too slow, making too many stops. But this place is pretty cool. I had no idea there was like a whole village up here, and the views are pretty amazing from up here too. I'll spin the camera around and let you guys get a look. And the leaves are starting to turn, so they're starting to get some good colors out here. But that's it for right now. We're gonna walk around, check this out, take you guys with me. It looks like there's some kind of observation tower up here, and I believe there's some kind of sidewalk or some kind of whatever, suspension bridges between trees and stuff. So I'm gonna take you guys on that. But there's more to come from Anakeesta in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like, there ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you, I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you, I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. Talking about yourself and you make me smile, I can listen all night long. I tell you about the time when I first met you, listening to our favorite song. Walking on the street when you caught my eye, something about the way you move. No, there ain't nobody like, there ain't nobody like. So lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you, I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you, I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you, I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you, I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you.
Well, that's going to be it from Anakeesta. We're going to go ahead and take the chondola back down to Gatlinburg in the main drag. You guys got to try Anakeesta. It's great. The views of the mountains are the best we've seen so far. So when you're in Gatlinburg, definitely make a trip to Anakeesta. You won't regret it. And I'm going to take you guys down on the chondola with me. Ripley's Aquarium in Gatlinburg. We're here to check this out. Those of you who know me knew I had African cichlids fish tank in a fish tank for a long time and really enjoy fish. So let me spin around and let you guys get a look. Got several tanks down here. Got a big circular tank right there. Waterfall. So this place looks pretty awesome, and we'll just go ahead and go on in and let you guys see. Well, we just got done doing Ripley's Aquarium in Gatlinburg, and it was really cool. You definitely got to check it out. Way better than the aquarium in New Orleans. Probably one of the best aquariums I've been to. It's worth the money, and it's really, really neat. Your kids will love it too. So definitely check that out when you're in Gatlinburg. Well, that's going to be it from Gatlinburg. We're headed back to the RV park. We had a blast today. Went to the aquarium, went to Anakeesta, rode the sky lift or chair lift or chondola, I think it's called, up to the top. And we did a lot of really cool stuff. We love Gatlinburg, love Tennessee. But there's more to come. Y'all stay tuned. Hey everyone. Well, we're going to be taking the Abrams Falls hiking trail to go see the falls. They look really pretty from the pictures, and it's one of the easier hikes to a fall. It's 5 miles round trip, and they said the difficulty is moderate. and my back has been acting up for the last week, but I'm gonna tough it out and we're gonna go see the waterfalls, and hopefully we'll enjoy this hike. The last few places we've been, people don't really enjoy nature. They're loud and kids are screaming and yelling and acting all crazy and jumping all over everything, instead of, you know, just being quiet and enjoying nature and enjoying the hike. But hopefully it's a nice hike, a nice peaceful one. And hopefully when we get to the falls, we can enjoy the falls and show you guys. But let's start hiking. The journey begins to Abrams Falls. So far, the hike hasn't been bad at all. It's really pretty. You're hiking alongside a really beautiful creek or stream, and it's really not bad. I mean, there's some pretty steep hills to climb, but even with me and my bad back, it's not too bad. I might be paying for it later, but it'll be worth it. So on we go. Well, looks like we made it to the payoff. We just got one more bridge across, and it's a single person little bridge, so we're waiting for some people to come across. And next up, Abrams Falls. Well, we made it to the falls, and the payoff is absolutely beautiful. It was worth the hike up here. I'm gonna try to hike a little closer and get some really good footage, close-up footage of the falls for you guys. But yeah, 5 miles round trip wasn't really that difficult, especially with me and my jacked up back. It wasn't bad at all. But I'm gonna get over there as soon as some of these people, you know, get their shots and clear out. I'm gonna go up there and get real good footage of the falls for y'all. But definitely got to do this one. Good morning, everyone. This is going to be the wrap up for our Gatlinburg video. It's going to be actually the wrap up for the Pigeon Forge Gatlinburg area altogether. We're about to finish getting ready to break down and hook up We are going to be exploring Chattanooga next. We're technically going to be staying in Georgia, but it's like Chattanooga's right on the Tennessee-Georgia border. So, but the next video is going to be from Chattanooga and all that. Our impressions of the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, we absolutely loved it. By far the most patriotic cities or area I've visited. They absolutely love veterans here. I've never been thanked so much for my service as a veteran ever, like I have the last 2 weeks. It's great. The food, the restaurants, fantastic. I don't think we've had a bad experience at any of the restaurants we've eaten at while we were here. There's just so much to do in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. I don't think you could get it all done in months. Not to mention the Smoky Mountain National Forest. There's so many hiking trails and driving routes and stuff like that to see. You could live here a long time and not do it all. So as an RVer, you definitely need to come up here to the Great Smoky Mountain National Forest. You definitely need to visit Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Seaverville, Ware Valley. All of them are beautiful places. RV parks everywhere. Our impression of Pigeon Forge Landing RV Resort, where we are now, really nice RV park. It's only been open maybe a year. Initially, I said I thought it was open 2 years, but no, this place has only been open maybe a year. And it was pretty much just an empty field when they opened it. So they've just started planting trees and stuff like that. So there's not a lot of, you know, decor and tree cover and stuff. But if you're a Starlink user, that's good news because you don't have anything to obstruct your line of sight. So, and trees are the #1 problem with Starlink. So far, Starlink has worked great, except for parks where there are a lot of trees. So, Pigeon Forge Landing, very nice. It is a little pricey, but overall, it's a very clean, well-kept park. The staff is very friendly. Everything in here is brand new. Brand new washers, dryers, brand new swimming pool. Hot tub was incredible. Best hot tub at an RV park that we've stayed at with a hot tub. But that's probably because it's brand new hot tub. So, but overall, Pigeon Forge Landing's very nice. It seems like there's always availability here. We had no trouble getting in here, and there were spots open all week that we've been here. So all in all, love Tennessee, love this area. Both parks we stayed at while we were here, great RV parks. Gets a big thumbs up from us. And we just want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the support. And we'd appreciate more support by you guys giving us a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, because we're off to Chattanooga from here. So, like we say in Louisiana, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Y'all have safe travels out there, and thanks for watching.